नमस्कार। मैं डॉक्टर रमेश चंद। इस वीडियो में आज हम डिवाइस रीडिंग और प्लाज्मा पैरामीटर्स के बारे में समझेंगे। सर्वप्रथम बात करते हैं डिवाइस रीडिंग की होती क्या है। As you know that a fundamental characteristics behavior of a plasma is its ability to shield out electric potentials that are applied to it. So let us we try to put an electric field inside a plasma by inserting two charged balls connected to a battery. The balls would attract particles of the opposite charges, and almost immediately a cloud of ions would surround the negative ball, and a cloud of electrons would surround the positive ball. If the plasma were cold and there were no thermal motions, there would be just as many charges in the cloud as in the ball. The shielding would be perfect. On the other hand, if the temperature inside the system is finite, those particles that are at the edge of the cloud where the electric field is weak have enough thermal energy to escape from the electrostatic potential well. The edge of the cloud then occurs at the radius where the potential energy is approximately equal to the thermal energy of the particles, and the shielding is not complete. Potentials of the order of kT upon E, where T is the temperature, E is the electronic charge, can leak into the plasma and cause finite electric field to exist there. To determine the thickness of a such charge cloud around a ball, let us suppose the potential phi on the plane x is equal to 0 is held at a value phi 0 by a perfectly transparent grid. We want to compute phi at x, a particular point of x. We calculate the value. We want to calculate the value of phi. For simplicity, let us assume that the ion electron mass ratio, that is the mass of the ion divided by the mass of the electron, is infinite, so that the ions are almost fixed and form a uniform background of the positive charge. To be more precise, we can say that the ratio of ion to electron mass is large enough that the inertia of the ions prevents them from moving significantly on the time scale of the experiment. To determine the value of phi over x, we use the Poisson equation in one dimension, that is epsilon 0 del 2 phi del x2 is equal to minus e ni minus ne, where epsilon 0 is the permittivity of vacuum, e is the electronic charge, ni number of ions, number of electron concentration in the medium. If we consider plasma density far away from these balls, then of course we have the density at there equal to n infinite, that is the equilibrium density. Since ions are fixed, we suppose that ions are fixed, so Ni is equal to n infinity, that is the equilibrium density. In the presence of potential energy E phi, the electron distribution is gives n E is equal to n infinite e to the power minus E phi upon kTe, where k is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature of electron, phi is the potential that is developed due to this presence of the balls. The value of Ni is taken from this relation and Ne from this relation into this relation. We have the Poisson equation is epsilon 0 d2 pi upon dx2 is equal to E n at infinity e to the power E phi upon kte minus 1. As you see here, when we take minus inside, then we have E multiplied by Ne minus Na. Ne is this value and Ni is this value. N infinity comes out from both the relations. So we have n infinity e to the power e phi upon kte minus 1. In the region where e phi is very less than kt, or e phi by kt is very less than 1, we can expand the potential in a Taylor series, and using only the first few terms we obtain epsilon 0 d2 pi upon dx2 is equal to E infinite 1 plus V phi upon kte minus 1. Minus 1 is cancelled out from plus 1. So we have epsilon 0 d2 phi upon dx2 is equal to E square n infinity upon kte into phi. Now take this dx2 on this side, phi on this side, and using the limiting values we obtain the solution of this relation, gives us phi equal to phi 0 e to the power minus x upon lambda d, where lambda d is replaced such that given as is equal to epsilon 0 kte upon n e square half, where we have used n infinity is equal to n, that is the thermal density of the system. This quantity lambda d is called d by length. It a measure of shielding distance or thickness of the shield sheath that is formed around the pore. Note that as density increases, lambda d decreases because both are inversely proportional, as one would expect, since each layer of the plasma contains more electrons. Furthermore, lambda d is proportional to kte, so lambda d increases with temperature. Without thermal agitation, the charged cloud would collapse to an infinite thin layer. Finally, it is the electron temperature which is used in the definition of lambda d because the electrons, being more mobile than the ions, generally do the shielding by moving so as to create a surplus or deficit of negative charges. The values of epsilon 0, k and e are constants, have fixed values. When you put the numerical values of these constants, you get the transformation relations for lambda d in numerical terms, that is given as lambda d is equal to 69 t upon n power half meter, where t is in Kelvin and is per meter cube, and 7430 is kT upon n under root, of course, meter, where kT is taken in electron volt and n is taken into meter minus. So you obtain the values of Debye length for a given temperature and density of the plasma. Now, what are the plasma parameters? How they are important? Let us consider them one by one. First, if the dimension of the plasma, that is L, are much larger than the Debye length, lambda d, then whenever local distribution shielded out in a distant distance short compared to L, leave the bulk of plasma free of large field or potentials. That is, a gas is called a plasma if lambda d is very less than lambda. This is the first plasma parameter. The second is given here, that is the Debye shielding is possible. You understand these words. Debye shielding is possible only if sufficient number of particles are in the shield, which given by the number Nd of the particles in a Debye sphere. As you know, lambda d is the Debye length, 4 pi 4 by 3 pi lambda cube d is the Debye sphere volume multiplied by the number density of the plasma gives the total number of particles in a Debye sphere. This is always greater than 1 for a gas to be a plasma. The particles, of course, do not frequently collide, which neglect the effect of electromagnetic forces to include it. Let us consider that omega is the frequency of typical plasma oscillations and tau is the mean time between collision with the neutral atoms. Then if omega tau is very greater than 1, the gas is behaves like a plasma. That is, frequency of plasma oscillations are greater than 1 upon mean time between collision with the neutral atom. So these are three parameters that are given for the plasma, which are very important and useful to consider a gas as a plasma. Thank you.